Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are diving into a Simic ramp deck. So it's a new season, and so I'm trying to get to Mythic again, and there's certain decks that I just enjoy playing quite a bit, and I had the Mono Green Walkers deck that I got to Mythic with last season, and I decided to go ahead and like change it up, repurpose the deck a little bit, and see if I can build the same type of thing to help me get to Mythic again. And so this is, I know I do a lot of like janky fun decks in my channel as well, and occasionally do these more competitive ones, and I hope you guys enjoy the mix of it all, because this is a really powerful, really fun deck that is basically a copy of that, but adding in blue. And adding in blue is a really important thing. And in fact, probably the one thing I probably ought to add in as well is maybe some like counter spells and stuff. I just don't like playing counter spells personally, but if you want to add those in, there's definitely some good spots for it. So the basic idea is get to Ugin. It's a good board wipe. It stops all the bad things from happening and usually wins games right away. Get to Nissa on turn 3 if you can. That's also a really good thing, and stops bad things from happening a lot of times. The extra cards that are in here that we get from blue are, first off, of course, Uro, Gross Spiral, Hydrocrasis, Tameo. Those are the main ones, but the one that I was really excited for with this is actually River's Rebuke, which is a card that I feel like is never really played by people, which I think is a mistake because, yeah, it is 6 mana. It's not very good in like the more aggro decks where you're trying to clear the board on turn 4. But if you're in a ramp deck, this is a turn 4 board wipe for us pretty easily. And so that's kind of the idea of this, is that River's Rebuke, it's a one-sided board wipe. It clears all permanents, not just creatures. Yeah, it puts them back to the hand so they can replay it. If you're up against like Gruul aggro, they have a lot of haste that can be an issue. And that's why we also have our Ugin. So the biggest issue with this deck is that getting up to 8 mana, yeah, we can get up to it really quick with Nissa, with all these different things. But what I found with the Green Walkers deck is that it just wasn't quite getting to Ugin fast enough against some decks, some games. And so that's why River's Rebuke coming in here, I really just want to try it out, see if it works as well as I thought. I have tested out quite a bit, and it has been a game-winning card for me so far. But we're going to see if it deserves the slot here. I jump into a few games, see how it goes for me, and I'll probably end up using this deck to rank up to Mythic here as well. So wish me luck. Let's go ahead and jump into it, see how it does for me, and here we go. All right, up against Fabian, and we have so many 1-drop, 2-drop ramp spells that on the draw we can't keep a turn 3 ramp spell. The double River's Rebuke is pretty nice though. We have like a turn 4, I guess it'd be turn 5 River's Rebuke, which in Historic is probably just a bit too slow. Oh, come on, where's our, okay, well, we found something. Drop the River's Rebuke, drop the, it might be actually the Nissa, and keep the Golos just to make sure we can ramp into other stuff. I can't even play Gross Spiral with this hand right now. So let's go ahead and put Nissa here to the bottom for now. Getting to Nissa is really nice. Okay, we do have the mana for stuff. This has been a little bit awkward so far. Up against Gabos, here they come. Grab a forest, pass turn. Triumph. Well, yeah, since it's a blue source, we'll go ahead and throw it down. So we will get some ramp, but man, they've got some good things already. Goblin Chieftain. Yeah, unfortunately, if I'd kept the first hand, I probably would be dead anyway, because we can't get to turn 5 against goblins. We really need to have turn 2 ramp. And this is the biggest issue of going into 2 colors with this deck is, yeah, we get turn 2 ramp, but with some slow lands here and there. And maybe I just need to take out all the slow lands, but we also want to make sure that we hit green and blue each turn. So there's only so many of those. We don't have pathways right now in these color sets, so a little bit annoying. So we're gonna go ahead and put out Temple here, and then Fabled Passage into Llanowar Elves. Cultivate. Do I want more ramp right now? I'm going to shuffle it anyway, so it doesn't actually matter, yeah. Forest, Llanowar Elves, pass the turn. All right, so got some ramp going. Golos gets us up to 7 mana, and then we can hopefully hit Ugin for the next turn. Seems pretty legit. We can also grab a Blast Zone because we already have the Cascading Cataracts. Oh yeah, they're playing lots of stuff. No lands though. Digging for those lands off the top. No blocks, taker beats. Down to 15. Karn. It's a Bone Crusher Giant. I haven't seen people playing Bone Crusher Giant with this. Honestly, the Goblin Chieftain is almost worse for us here. Do I want to go for the Golos? Golos also gets us to using Golos's ability on the next turn. So Interplanar Beacon, because we can use Cascading Cataracts as long as we hit a land. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grab the 7th here, so that's 8. Is that better than Karn going for Graph Diggers? Let's do the Graph Diggers. Gain some life. It could also go Sorcerer's Spyglass, turn off Cirque Prospector's ability.
I will defend my allies.
Okay, -2. Heart of Kieran is also a little bit tempting, but I think we just might as well go for the Graph Digger's Cage. It is tempting sometimes to go for the Sorcerer's Spyglass instead. All right, play out Graph Digger's Cage. Gonna sack a Goblin, stomp the Llanowar Elves or the Karn. All right, it braids Graph Digger's Cage. That's actually really annoying. The one nice thing is that if they're going to be playing this many like interaction spells, they're going to be less consistent with their deck as well. And they haven't found lands yet, which is kind of ridiculous, honestly. They might go ahead and play the Wily Goblin, although the treasure doesn't actually give them any ramp, so maybe it's Goblin Chieftain? We'll see. Plays out the Wily Goblin, still no lands off the top. Wow. They might need to just like sack some stuff just to play this to try to find that land. Sacks both the Cirque Prospectors and not the Wily Goblin? What? I mean, okay. It definitely slows down our stuff, but I think grabbing one more card out of the library will be nice here. So, Karn.
I will rid you of your corruption.
Heart of Kieran's a little bit tempting. God Pharaoh's statue is really tempting. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, now everything's way expensive. And that should slow you down quite a bit. You've already spent 1 Abrade. I don't think this deck runs more than like 2 of them. They finally found a land off the top, though. Good for you. Yeah, kills Karn. They get their treasure back. Down to 12. We do have to worry about just getting beat out by Goblin Chieftain and stuff. They don't play anything. They're just holding up the stomp. Okay. Man, I really want an untapped land here. Let's see if there's one off the top, because if I can Growth Spiral and grab it. Let's see, so would we have enough? So Growth Spiral, 1, 2, play this one out, and we have Golos. Yeah, so let's do that. So keep it on top. Growth Spiral, draw a card. Put this one out there. Golos. And we'll grab Blast Zone. Down to 18. I guess, oh, they can't play anything. That's right. We have the God Pharaoh statue. Haha. I forgot about that already. Sweet. Yeah. I feel like we're in really good shape now. So we have Golos, we have Blast Zone. Everything of theirs costs a ton and a half. They got rid of their Cirque Prospectors. So the worst case scenario is that they find a Krenko off the top, and these Conspicuous Noobs each start making tokens. Like, that is by far the worst thing that can happen. So getting the Blast Zone up to 2 would be nice. We are going to go for the Golos play first, because of course that's way better. But we can do other stuff. Llanowar Elves. All right, well. Activate his ability. There's another Karn. Nice. Let's play out. Yeah, Karn. Consistent Snoop also gets around the Sorcerer's Spyglass that we can play with this, I believe.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
Heart of Kieran's a little bit tempting. But what we could do is we go for like Sorcerer's Spyglass, turn off Kranko's ability, but I don't think that stops Consistent Snoop from using the ability. We can go for Golden Egg, a little bit of life gain. Yeah, so I think it's Heart of Kieran or the Sorcerer's Spyglass, though. I think they're far enough away they're not going to be able to cast Kranko anytime soon. And so I'd rather just maybe have like a threat that we can have out there on the board. A little bit more protection for the Karn. Pass the turn. Down to 17. And then next turn we might actually go for Aetherflux Reservoir. I'd rather be able to play that like this turn that we have Nissa. All right, there we go. Boom, bam, baby. That is how you defeat goblins. Which always feels amazing. Up against Shalloween, and this is a beautimous hand. Like it a lot. Keep this. Of course, it all is kind of dependent on us keeping our Llanowar Elves alive, which is obviously going to happen. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Aetherworks Marvel. If we can get out Karn before the Aetherworks Marvel hits, we're in great shape. Ifnir Deadlands. Oh, never mind. Okay, this is... So this is actually the deck. So this is the mono, or the colorless ramp. They added in black to have extinction events and stuff like that. But this deck is the reason why we are playing... why we're playing River's Rebuke, because we can't really do much against them with Ugin, and so it's worthwhile to be able to have you know, a little bit extra ramp or a little bit extra removal with a River's Rebuke against this deck. So that's one of the main reasons why I feel like River Rebuke is worth bringing into a deck like this versus just having the consistency of staying mono green. But I do think that, yeah, overall this deck is played often enough in Historic. It's good to play against it. Yeah, you get the gist. Legion Archive, Garden Idol. We will throw out a Karn and they will cry. And I might even just tick up so that we don't ever, well, not this time. All right, let's grab probably just Golos. Do we have a land for the God Pharaoh statue? It's the best thing that we can do. So no attacks, pass the turn. Radiant Fountain. Karn, the other Karn. Okie dokie.
I have faced worse than the likes of you. I'll make use of that later.
Put a card into opponent's hand. So I'm actually might want them to stay off of the Ugin. They can, I mean, stay off the lands. Because honestly, that might be better for us to not have that. Dang it, we didn't quite get there with the lands. We can double Growth Spiral to try to find it. What else do we want to play with Karn? He didn't make a creature, so we're kind of safe for the moment. We can grab a Golos. We can grab Meteor Golem and just try to ramp up and then have a removal spell. Like, it might just be a nice thing to have. Mind Stone's also not the worst. It's the only like guaranteed ramp that we have. Let's go ahead and grab that. So let's go Growth Spiral number 1. Try to find a land. That's not it. Cultivate can guarantee give us Llanowar Elves. Yeah, let's do that. Mind Stone's nice, but we need to make sure we have a guarantee. Actually, we don't need any more blue sources. All right, there we go. Get some ramp rolling. Pass the turn. Can't activate any of the stuff here. Scorching Dragonfire is one thing we have to actually be a little bit carried out. Or Sunscorched Desert, sorry. Because it can come down and do 1 point of damage to a Planeswalker as well as us. And that can be bad. Ugin the Ineffable might actually be better than playing the Spirit Dragon out. We'll see. Interplanar Beacon. It also gives us reduced cost for everything else. And gives us blockers that they can't really destroy. Except with like extinction events. Alright, so yeah, let's go Ugin. 6 mana Ugin. This will become 6 mana Ugin for next turn. Free ramp spell. Tick up. Do I want an extra blocker? Let's put 0. Growth Spiral. And the land. Not a bad turn at all. We might even just go for some draw. We'll see. Pass the turn. I'm trying to think of what they can have against us in a colorless deck that's only really running stuff for black, I believe. Ugin does basically nothing, and they're 2 turns away from it anyway. Creating more big dudes is annoying for us, but Ugin kind of takes care of that issue. Yeah, there we go. Opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Too much value, and this is why we play Simic Ramp. All right, up against Rice Ball. I typically don't like keeping the slower lands. Actually, we're up against the Aura's deck. The one thing I'm going to keep it for is Blast Zone on turn 4 is actually pretty nice against this deck. If they don't go too fast, which we're on the draw. Temple of Mystery will just hopefully find us a Growth Spiral, and we'll be fine. Not Aura's, unless they're playing red as well. Okay. Interesting. No, we don't need more lands at the moment. Thermo out. Oh, okay, this deck. Alrighty. Well, get out Triome. Nissas are somewhat nice. So I'm not sure. So MTG Goldfish came out with a deck not that long ago. I sometimes have to keep up with the different YouTubers and streamers because people play the decks that they have, you know? So a little bit interesting. Anyway, so there's one where once we get to 10 life, there's just a 4 mana card that you can cast to immediately do 10 points of damage as long as they are at 10 life. And so that's probably what we're having to worry about right now. Blast Zone only kills one thing at the moment. Nissa is going to be better. We already have 2 blue sources, and we have another one in hand, so just bring out some green. Pass the turn. Nissa for next turn. And up against Burned, I think this might have just been a little bit too slow of a hand. It basically is going to require us going Nissa into Ugin and hoping they don't kill us like this turn. All right, not going for the deal 4 card or deal 10. Unless they just realize they made a mistake. Oh no. All right, play Forest. These are all 2 drops, so that is a 1 drop. Blast Zone might be interesting soon. Nissa. Tick up on, I guess, let's see, we do have blue sources, but yeah, okay. Temple of Mystery. Any damage that goes at a creature or a Nissa that's not at our face at least gives us a little bit more time. So we're okay with it, even though it kind of sucks. Down to 15. Pass the turn. Down to 8. Most likely dead here. Like, I'm really surprised if we're not, especially with Lumbermancer for the next turn as well. Okay, yeah, we're all sorts of dead. Okay, good game. Dude, this deck's so good. Burn is just in an insane spot right now. And yeah, that's okay. All right, mulligan this hand up against a Sentineling or whatever his name is. Keep this. Drop. River's Rebuke or Ugin? We came to try out and test out River's Rebuke, so we're going to go ahead and play that out here. I mean, we have to find ramp first. We have to have more lands. That's not another land. But that is... Let's see. The best chance of us playing Uro on the next turn is a Boreal Grazer. So we have to find a land off the top. Actually, same time, we do the same thing if I have an untapped land with Llanowar Elves. Yeah, whatever. This is a time where it's the exact same playing Grazer or Llanowar Elves. The Grazer at least gets us more permanents out in the battlefield, so why not? There we go. We got there. There's the Uro. Please find lands. You can do it, deck. I believe in you. I do. Or a second River's Rebuke. That's cool too. Fatal Push. I'm okay with that. On our Grazer. Croxa. Alright, drop a River's Rebuke. Alright, Karn Grafdigger's Cage is going to be epic. Village Rites. Good for you. Oh, it's a tapped land now. Alright, well, there's Llanowar Elves. If we find land or Llanowar, we can play Karn and Grafdiggers right away. Holy crap, that's a Chandra. That kills the Llanowar Elves. Good for you. Cultivate, bounce everything. Chandra's just gonna want to come back anyway. Fill the graveyard a bit more. Let's go Karn Grafdigger's Cage. If it does survive a turn, then we can also grab Sorcerer's Spyglass. Heart of Kieran also a little bit interesting. But let's go Grafdiggers.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Uses Claim, brings back the Croxa. I think we do drop the other River's Rebuke here, even though we don't have them. Like, we have other board wipes we can get to, and it's not going to be as good against this deck that's going for a few ETB effects and things like that anyway. Village Rites, draws more cards. Stitcher Supplier, okay. So this deck, I think, plays some number of Abrades or like artifact removal. They need to. Oh, they killed the Karn. Rude. Rude.
I have let my friends down.
All right, well, cultivate. Forest. Sure, why not? An island. Grafdigger's Cage. Temple of Mystery. 1, 2, 3, 7. Most likely gets discarded by... Well, I guess Croxa doesn't necessarily come back. We have Uro next turn. We get 7 mana, potentially up to 8 mana. I guess we hold on to it. Why not? I feel like it's definitely going to get discarded, but there's the small chance it doesn't.
This'll be easy.
Down to 19. Shocks themselves. Angra, what?
No fire here.
They get to steal our Uro too. Crap. What? Oh no. This is so bad for us. And then it sacrifices. Who plays Angrath? Crap. Oh, I have Grafdigger's Cage. I can't play Uro. Right. It does shut down a couple things in our deck as well. Fine, sure. You got Thoughtseize. Doesn't matter.
No
This would
fire.
deal 2 to us anyway. Now what do we look for? Nissa? Angrath just kills us on its ultimate because of the amount of damage they have between these guys. All right, that's at least something we can play. Cascading Cataracts. If we find a land, we have the ability. All right, so land off the top. Please, Golos, don't die. If it gets stolen, that also just probably kills us too quickly. Wow, yeah, this is interesting. Fatal Push.
Lucky day.
Down to 8. Chandra ultimate's at 7. Shattercruel Smashing, cool.
No fire.
And by cool, I mean, holy crap, I hate you. But you know. It's all right. Nissa. Nissa's not the worst. Not that ramp really does much for us, right? So whatever. Okay. Well, we found a Nissa.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Untap Cascading Cataracts. We have to hit Angrath. We're still dead to it anyway, right? Yeah, so never mind. Yeah, good game. Yeah, I mean, because they each do 2 points of damage to us, and such a supplier, and we just cry inside a little bit. All right, up against Wind Dragon. Man, we're running a lot of lands and still keep getting all these 2-land hands. But with Growth Spiral, with all the good things we want, on the play, we get like 3 draws before we need anything else happen. I always keep 2-land hand, guys. This is always my mantra. If I don't keep 2-land hands, I don't play Magic, because like I always get 2-land hands in Arena all the time. And I've won with enough of them. Like my win percentage is still probably about 50% with it. Either you get mana screwed or everything goes perfectly. And so that's just how it goes. I think I might have dropped 1 land in the deck when I was trying to add in some other stuff, and so I might need to go back up to, I think I was at 26 or 27, and now I'm down 1. But with how much ramp we have, all different stuff, yeah, we'll see. All right, pass turn. They shock in the, just in case it's a land off the top. Yeah, there we go. Ah, yeah. Beautimus. Mills a Nissa and a Grazer, both of which we didn't really want. Rogues in Historic. Yay. They're the best. Cultivate. Please don't get countered. Yeah, counter there would have been really bad. Put out a Forest. Put out a Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. See how much mana they hold up. They didn't play anything at the end step. Thoughtseize. We have a lot of good hits, so that's fine. Like, Ugin might need to be taken now. They take the Nissa. Yeah, that's probably the best one. It's our best play for the next turn. But Ugin's a big deal. Swinging in, deciding not to swing in. If they have another Thieves Guild Enforcer, they get a big hit. Yeah, Historic Rogues is definitely equally as obnoxious. They are frustrating, to say the least, especially if someone times out on their attack step. All right, there we go. Down to 18. Obviously has got something. Having to play Red River's Rebuke is a little bit interesting as well. All right, so let's go Golos. They still haven't hit a land, actually. Interesting. Take action. Blast Zone. Yeah, let's go Cascading Cataracts. And Triome. And then we have Ugin for next turn. They're stuck on 2 lands. I mean, if they land the... Okay, opponent scoops up. Yeah, just not hitting the other land. There you go. 2-land hands. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it doesn't. That's just how it works. All right, up against Dark Helmet. No evidence that this is a fast deck. And we do have Uro for turn 3, so we're going to keep it. Uro, Tameo, pretty fun stuff there. Get out Triome, pass the turn. Shepherd. All right, Elves. Looking for Whelming Wave now. Yeah, I added the Whelming Wave just because it was 4 mana instead of 6, down to 19. Uro. We need faster ramp here. At least they don't have any of the ramp creatures just yet, the fast ramp stuff. Razor, no. To the bottom. Golos helps us keep ramping. Tameo fills Graveyard for Uro. I think that ramping up to Ugin is the most important thing, though. So we're going to go for Golos. All right, Golos. Take action. Cascading Cataracts. Blast Zone might have been better. There's only one drop though so far. Okay, 6 mana. We have 1 tap land, Hydra Krasis, and then we should be able to find another land. There it is. Sweetness. Let's go Krasis X4 first. Have another blocker. Another Ugin. Okay, play out the tapped land. Gotta remember that. And then we have Ugin for the next turn. Krasis will die. No attacks. Pass the turn. All right, what you got? Collect a company. That might be fine. They can't have ramp here into Crater Hoof. Okay, it's not as much ramp. 1, 2, 3. Land gives them Crater Hoof. Okay, it's not a Crater Hoof. That is very, very good. Block there. Oh, flipping Allosaurus Shepherd though. Wait, they didn't keep it up. Oh, Castle Garenbrig. Dang it, we're dead. I totally forgot about the Allosaurus Shepherd. Yeah, good game. 1 turn away. 1 turn away. Dang it. This is why we need turn 1 ramp, which we have 6 copies. We just can't ever seem to find it right now. But up against Zayden, we finally have turn 1 ramp, and we don't have it for turn 1. We are going to keep it, though. More turn 1 ramp. But we can't play on turn 1. It'd be really nice to hit an untapped land here. Red deck. Karn goes to the bottom. Unless it's goblins. Yeah, Karn might have been really nice, actually. Well... Triome. I guess while we have a land, we play the Grazer. I played that wrong, though. I should have played Fabled Passage this turn. Oh, that was definitely a misplay, because now we'll have to crack Fabled Passage, so we have to have a land for it to be an untapped land. Oh, well. Historic Brawl is live right now? Ooh. Okay, Lenorels. Still haven't hit that land. Grab a forest. I mean, land gives us Nissa here. No attacks. Definitely wish I'd kept that card now, but we'd be even further away from a land. Chieftain. Doesn't... It swung the last time, but didn't swing this time? What? Burrow, draw a card. Gain some life. Dude, come on, deck. Cultivate's nice, but there's a reason why we're running a crap ton of lands on the deck. We want lands. Maybe I need to go up to like 28, 20, like 30 lands in this. I mean, the issue with that, though, is that then we have all ramp and 0, like, things to do with it. Take 6. Muxus for next turn, most likely. And there's the tap land. Yeah. We might be able to survive 1 more turn. So that's the dream. Well, Botanical Sanctum. No attacks. 1, 2, 3. So we have 6, 7. Golos find Ugin gives us a chance at victory. Nissa can also let us play quite a few things if it survives, but that's very, very unlikely it survives. And it's very unlikely we survive this turn. Yeah, there's a Granko. All right. That is game. Goblins go off. Yeah. Come on, deck. You can do better than this. I know it. Up against Gotta Catch 'Em All. Yes, I love it. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Dude, I love that song so much, if you couldn't tell. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside Pokemon. Sorry. All right, land, you can do it. I believe in you. Please make it true. Alrighty, well, we're gonna put on a token there, counter there. Land for Nissa, please. Or Karn. Karn would also be acceptable. There we go. Land's not bad. This also gives us River's Rebuke for a later turn. Untap. Do we untap the Blast Zone? I need 2 blue sources, but we can also use Breeding Pool twice for that. Okay. Swing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 mana potentially this turn. 1 turn too late with River's Rebuke. So yeah, we did add in Whelming Wave, by the way, for those on YouTube. We added this in at some point just because it's 4 mana to be able to get rid of creatures, which is really nice. But the River's Rebuke, this is the turn where we want River's Rebuke. Like, this is the whole reason we're playing it, is right here. All right, untap blue source would be the best thing by far. Another Breeding Pool would be amazing. And there's a Karn. That's not the worst.
I will fight for my friends. Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
All right. River's Rebuke. That's awesome right there. And your entire board gone. Let's see here. How do we do this? We want to have Ugin for another turn. So let's go ahead and go Blast Zone so we can double tap the forest. Do I care about getting Grazer out? I don't think I do right now. There's other cards that let us get a lot more card draw. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah, so 6, 7, 8. Aegon Archive. Karn would definitely be better. Prophetic Prism draws a card. Not Ramp, though. Not going for the Guardian Idol. Interesting. Digging for answers. Okay, passing my turn. That's not a land. Dude, I don't want to put all of my lands out there. If they have Extinction Event, we're so screwed. But if we get an Ugin out, it might be worth it, right? Actually, you know what? We attack first. So next, attack in. If we also ultimate our Nissa, then we're fine. So, yeah.
The land fights for us.
Play an Ugin out. I mean, you're also down to 8, so if it's not Extinction Event, we're okay. If they don't kill, even if it's Extinction Event, I guess Nissa still grabs every land of our deck. We're purposely playing a lot of stuff that is forest to make sure that we can have Nissa consistently be ramping as well. There we go. All right, sweet. Yeah, there's nothing that they can really play there that completely gets us out of the game. The best card probably was Extinction Event, hit all of our lands, but with Nissa ultimating, we suddenly have, 12 lands way ahead on everything and the Ugin on board. Life's good. All right, up against Albertus, and keep this. Turn 1 Llanowar, turn 2 Cultivate. That's a lot of good ramp. The Temple of Mystery is a little bit awkward. Not having any forests, also a little bit awkward. And having our Llanowar elves die is going to be very awkward. Don't do that. I would appreciate it. She would just not. you know. All right, looks like it'll light up the stage. No blocks. Down to 19. Light up the stage. Digs for lands. No lands at all? Is it better to go for Growth Spiral here? It is actual guaranteed ramp at the moment. We can get out the Temple of Mysteries. I guess Cultivate's better. We're going to have extra lands in hand anyway, so... forests. We don't really care about the islands. Forests. As long as we have 2 blue sources somehow to get, we're fine. Down to 18. What does Karn do for us? Does Karn do anything for us? We have some ways to gain life with Karn, but it's not amazing. We can go digging for like Whelming Wave with Tameo. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. Growth Spiral, play Fable Passage, and then play Tameo. Yeah. Okay, Tameo. We are going to tick up and dig for Whelming Wave, I think. Or Nissa. Nissa or Whelming Wave. We have more Nissas to hit. Nissa's still a really good hit. That's an interesting one. Let's go Nissa. If there's a Whelming Wave that hits into the graveyard, we're still fine. Okay, so it wasn't there anyways. We got the Nissa. That was the right hit. Good job for us. And now Tameo's out there like, hey, do you want to fight me instead? But they typically don't. Soulscar Mage. We have 1, 2, 6. All right, yeah. Damage going at Tameo is the best possible thing for us to have happen. Furiate, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You killed their guy. You spent cards and a turn doing it. All day long. Sounds great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can untap and play Uro. Okay, so Nissa. It has to be a blue source.
Behold, nature's true power.
We also do really want to make sure we keep Uro alive. Another temple, no. Swing in. I don't think they play Claim the Firstborn yet. So Uro would be nice for the draw, but if we can get to Ugin, it's way better. If we do play Uro, find a land, we'd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A land off the top then gives us... so we have to have 2 lands off the top to get to Ugin that way. Otherwise, we just have it with Nissa. So let's just pass the turn. We can also cultivate and get like a guaranteed Ugin. Yeah, I think that's actually the smartest play. And then hope that they put all the damage towards Nissa and don't care about our dorks. And then Ugin for the win. Wizard's Lightning, grows a Soulscar Mage, okay. Down to 13, Nissa's dead, don't kill Llanowar. Alright, we're good. Well, maybe. Land and something would be bad. Shock, there's a land, shock. Okay, Lava Runner. Sweet, best play possible. I appreciate you. Ugin. -2. Did the game freeze? Every once in a while, when an opponent concedes as you're doing this stuff, the game just completely freezes and shuts down. So I think that's what just happened. We'll wait for a little bit. Well, all right. We won it. All right, so in the wrap for Simic Ramp, overall, I don't know why this deck has been so much less consistent for me than the mono green deck. It's really kind of confusing. The deck is obviously powerful. Playing Nissa, Karn, Ugin, like those pieces together in Golos are just really good, and ramping up to them really quick is good. Having Growth Spiral and Uro to do it, for some reason, just slows this down a lot. I think that one thing that'll help is having the pathways come out with the next set to be able to have a few less slow lands, so we can take out the Temple of Mysteries, maybe Botanical Sanctum, just to make sure that we can nail down our Growth Spirals and Uros with those cards, but also not have it be quite as slow. I really think that's what this deck is needing right now, is just to be a little bit faster in the early game, which we did have some stuff to do that as well. We had ways to make it work, but it just, like, we never found our 1-drops, and whenever we did, we had slow lands with the 1-drops, which is just like, it's bad luck is basically all that you can say with that. So I don't know. Overall, the deck is fun. I think it is powerful. We're doing definitely powerful things, and whenever it goes off, but it gets there less often than the mono green walkers deck, just because of having to go 2 colors. And it's kind of sad that even in historic, where we have like a ton of good cards for everything, it still isn't quite fast enough for that. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For those of you who are here on YouTube, if you made it to the end of the video, I always give out a secret word, and the secret word is this. We'll go ahead and show this off. We're gonna go 28% with the deck. So 28% is your secret code word, because that's what this deck got with me testing as well. And like we did get some really fun wins, really some good ones in there, but apparently we just cannot not pull it together often enough with this one. So showing you a little bit of the consistency of the games you didn't see, because I'm probably not going to show all of them here. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys want to join us on Twitch as well, we're going to keep going on Twitch. I usually record here. I record some stuff offline as well, but links down in the description below. You can jump in. We give codes away. We have fun. We play up against chat whenever we can. So come join us there as well. And yeah, like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.